Today's Spotlight is brought to you in part by presenting sponsor, First Community Financial Bank, the community bank where you come first. Welcome back to Spotlight. I'm your host, Jane Wernette, and joining me now from Parents Alliance Employment Project are Executive Director Kristen Sheffield and Program Manager Christina Lasorsa. So welcome to Spotlight.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us. We're excited to be here.
We are happy to have you because this is a first time, and so we're always excited to learn about new organizations and to be able to share that with our viewers. So Kristen, I'm going to start with you. Tell us what this project is and how did it get started?
Well, Parents Alliance Employment Project was actually started in the 1970s by a group of parents who had children with disabilities. And really back in that day and age, there weren't a whole lot of options for their children once they graduated from high school. And so a group of parents got together and they formed an alliance and they focused on employment. Hence, that's where our name comes from. So this group of parents really fought for integration for their children in the community with that focus on employment and really believed that they should be able to hold jobs in the communities in which they lived. The mission of our agency is to improve the quality of life for people with disabilities through employment services. And we do that by providing an array of services, including career counseling, job readiness training, job placement, and then coaching services once they receive that job. We are also an accredited agency. We received the highest 3-year accreditation. And I'm happy to say that we have actually been a leader in providing employment services to people with disabilities in DuPage County here for over 30 years.
Wow, that's a lot of stuff. That's great. That's really, I think that's very exciting because oftentimes we identify ourselves by our jobs and it's nice for everybody to be able to have employment. So I think that's really good. Yeah. Christina, tell us a little bit about the specific. Kirsten mentioned a little bit about some of the overall programming, but talk a little bit more about the specifics.
Sure. So we work with individuals all in DuPage County, as Kristen said. So we have individuals come with us through the state, and they will receive services from career counseling to job placement to job coaching. So they'll be assigned an employment specialist, and that employment specialist will work with them on those job development skills. So helping them build a resume, work with cover letters, apply to jobs, and then the employment specialist will go out and advocate for that client and provide that service. So that service will also go to the employer. So the employer has jobs and we have job seekers who can fill those jobs. So the employment specialist will go out and meet with an employer and talk to them about the client that we have that can serve in that position and find out all the details that they need for that job to be filled.
So it's really kind of matching. It's a matching service in many ways, yes?
Yes.
Yes.
And then we also work with the local high schools and we work with their vocational programs to provide job readiness skills. So when they are finished with their educational program, they will be ready for competitive employment.
That's great. So now, is there an age minimum that they have to be in order to have your services?
Well, they have to be of working age, of course. So we will work with anyone that has any type of disability. Doesn't matter what it is, as long as they are of working age, and really more importantly, that they have the desire to work and the motivation to want to go to work.
Okay. Okay. Now, can you give us some examples, maybe, of some of the outcomes and the impact that you're having? Because you've been around longer. I didn't know, and so give us some examples of some of that impact.
I would like to look at our services having a twofold impact. Obviously, as Christina had talked about, we have an impact on individuals with disabilities. We help them find jobs. And the impact of that is, like you had said before, jobs kind of define who we are, basically. And they get to reap all of those benefits that anyone gets when you have a job, all of those wonderful things. You know, they get a paycheck, they get to do what they want with that paycheck, their the socialization part of it, they're making new friends, and they're learning new job tasks while they're at work. And then on the flip side of it, employers are benefiting from our services as well. You know, we have, like Christina had said, we have job seekers, they have job openings, and so we like to make that a good job match. And one of the examples that I like to use is that we will go into a business and help them identify jobs that are appropriate for people with disabilities. There might be a busy flower shop who has a lot of stuff going on, and the designer is focusing on making those arrangements, and they don't have time to answer the phones and take orders and order the plants and take care of the front of the store. So we go in there and kind of carve jobs out so they're appropriate for people with disabilities.
That's great. So you're really helping identify new employment opportunities and then staffing those with folks that have a desire to to get that kind
Absolutely,
of a job.
absolutely,
That's great.
yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
How would I get involved with you if I didn't know about your services? How do you find folks that are interested in finding a job? And then you talked a little bit about going out into the community to give jobs, but how does that all come together?
Well, a lot of the referrals come from the Division of Rehab Services, which is the state entity that provides employment services to people with disabilities. So we do get a lot of referrals from them. But one of the things that Parents Alliance Employment Project, going back to our grassroots, that we really like to do is have a strong connection with our high schools. It's really, really important for parents to be aware of services that exist beyond high school. Because what happens is people with disabilities and students with disabilities, they go through the school system, and the school system provides those supports. And then a lot of times the parents and the student are like, okay, what's next?
Right.
What comes next? And so we like to get into the schools early and kind of try to do an overlap and really focus on that parent education so that they know about the resources and that there are wonderful opportunities such as employment for their children with disabilities once they graduate from high school.
Absolutely. Well, that's great. Now, you are now part of a national program called Search, right? Am I right?
Project Search.
Project Search. Okay, so give us a quick update on that and how that's involved.
Sure. Well, Project Search is a collaboration of multiple partners. So there is Parents Alliance Employment Project. We provide a lead job coach and 3 job coaches. And then we have SACID, which is the School Association for Special Education in DuPage County, the local school districts, District 94 and 200, the local investment workforce, and vocational rehabilitation services. So it is a year-long program, and students are in their last year of their education program, and they are provided in 3 10-week internships where they're learning vital skills to bring out into the community. So they'll be in those internships. There'll be a variety of internships, from a receptionist, working in the cafeteria, janitorial work, linen departments, all throughout Central DuPage Hospital, which is our host.
Okay.
And then they will be put into competitive employment after the program is finished.
Okay, so you guys are really about partnering and collaborating. I mean, that's a big part of what you're doing is networking and stuff. As we're just getting ready to wrap up here, you have a special event that I know you want to mention on June 8th, so give us a 2-second go on that.
Okay, we do. We're very excited to have our 3rd annual fundraiser this year on Wednesday, June 8th. It's going to be hosted at Buffalo Wild Wings in Woodridge, and we are going to have live entertainment, and it's really just a night to celebrate job success. We really want our clients, both employers and job seekers with disabilities and people that we've gotten placed, and all of our stakeholders to come and join us in the fun and support our agency.
Well, I think that's terrific. And so if you would like to know more about how to improve the quality of life for people with disabilities through individualized employment services, please visit the CRW website. We're going to take a quick break, but stay tuned. We're coming right back with more Spotlight.